Hi, it's Scott, ROCKFILE, back with another podcast review. Going to talk about the 2025 film, Death of a Unicorn. You ever watched a movie you've been really pulling for it? This is one that I wanted to see in the theater, and it just didn't work out. The $15 million budgeted film went on to gross $16.1 million, so not a big hit, unfortunately. Alex Sharfman directed this. He directed a lot of short films before this. Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, who are both great in it. Will Poulter, great. Tia Leone, Richard E. Grant are all in this. It's a bit of a comedy, a bit of a satire, and a little bit of a horror movie all mixed together. And I think it just didn't find the right balance for me. There's some brilliant things on here. Some of the class consciousness satire stuff, really great, just doesn't land as well as it should. And mixed with some actually quite shocking gore, violence, and creature stuff. I'm a big fan of horror comedies. I think those are some of my favorite movies. Ready or Not is one of my favorite movies of the last 10 years. I just absolutely love that film, and Abigail, from the same people, was almost as good. This wants to be that kind of film that is in your face with the violence and the monster part, but also has a heart and has some funny stuff in it. And the funny, like I said, it's brilliantly put together. Like, the writing is good. The acting is very good. The effects are hit and miss. The practical stuff is all great. The computer-generated stuff is not all great. I think a lot of it comes together. It's about 52% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's about what it's very divisive. Some people, friends of mine, have called it brilliant. They love the satire of the class part of it, the class consciousness and that kind of stuff. And how these sometimes inept people deal with a quote-unquote magical situation. If you don't know the story, I don't want to give anything away, but Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega hit a unicorn on the way to visit family, but the family's rich and a little crazy, and they live on this wilderness preserve that it turns out they've got unicorns on this preserve. And unicorns aren't the nice, sweet creatures you see. They're following some old unicorn mythology. And the one they hit is a nice, sweet, cute one. But the parents who come looking for it, not so much. Sharp teeth, mean, aggressive, that kind of stuff. You've got a bumbling family that's rich beyond words who really, you don't know how they got there because they can't even tie their shoes. And you've got Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, the heart of the film, the fun part of the film. And they do a great job. But like I said, you take that with the bumbling family part and the horror of what's going on, and it just, maybe they tried to do too much. Maybe they couldn't pull it off. Maybe a better director could have pulled it off. I don't know. I didn't see the original script. I can only review what I saw. Oh, and I'll get into how I watched it in just a second. I did think it was a very good movie, like the cinematography, the effects, the practical ones, the acting, the music. The whole thing is put really well together and looks fantastic. Sounds fantastic, too. But it just wasn't the cult classic I wanted it to be. It just didn't all come together. There was some laugh out loud parts. There was some shocking horror, monster type scenes, but not the whole thing. Now, A24 released this film, and it's available on Blu-ray in the United States. We did not get a 4K, but it's released by another company in England on 4K that you can get pretty cheap. It comes in one of the UK has thicker 4K boxes than we have. So it comes in that, and you just get the Blu-ray with a couple of extras on it. Not a lot, commentary and stuff like that, some behind the scenes. But that's it, one 4K, and it was almost as cheap as buying the Blu-ray in the United States, to be perfectly honest. Atomic Movie Store for the win. So I did watch it in 4K with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. The HDR looked great. The movie looks fantastic. Most of the movie is filmed in a forest. A lot of greens, a lot of trees, a lot of detail. The unicorns are stark white compared to things. The vehicles are shiny. This is what a modern 4K movie should look like. And the Atmos is really good. I wouldn't say it's one of the best things I've heard this year, but there was some overhead stuff. There was some very good surround sound stuff, monsters breathing behind you and that kind of thing. And the music was really good, too. All in all, this is a good movie. If it's one of your favorites, then it's a great movie. And if you didn't get it, then you're not going to. It's a very divisive movie. I could see watching this. If I picked three of my friends, I'd have one that liked it, one that hated it, and one would go, meh. And I'm somewhere in the middle. There's a lot I like about it. I just wish it had come home. But Again, as I always recommend, you should watch the movie. Don't listen to us reviewers. Go watch a movie and make your own decision about it. I think Jenna Ortega's great in it. I think everybody else. Does Will Poulter just disappear in every role he plays? He just completely becomes somebody else. I've seen him in several things lately, and this is something completely different. I think he's fantastic in the movie. I think the practical effects are really good. I think it looks good in 4K. You should probably import it over getting the Blu-ray. I didn't check to see if like the U.S. version has more extras than the foreign version, but you can get it from atomicmoviestore.com and a few other places. I would get the 4K edition because if this is your favorite movie, you're going to want the best presentation possible. But otherwise, I could recommend some other movies that I enjoyed more. Again, there's a lot to like about this movie. Might be your favorite movie. You'll have to check it out. So check out Death of a Unicorn. Not quite the horror comedy classic I wanted, but still a well-made movie you should probably check out. Scott, I'm ROCKFILE. Please subscribe. That's very important, but liking and sharing is also very important. And whatever you do, have a spectacular day.